Modern psychology tells us that we are not defined by our thoughts. Interestingly, the Stoics had a similar perspective to millennia ago, but they articulated it with remarkable clarity. So, could it be that the Stoics were the original psychologists? Picture this: you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, with your thoughts racing like a wildfire. A therapist might suggest that you observe your thoughts without judgment, creating some distance from them. But what if I told you that this contemporary advice has its roots in ancient wisdom? Long before cognitive behavioral therapy, Freud, or those mindfulness apps we rely on today, a group of philosophers from Rome and Greece had already charted the landscape of resilience. Today, we're re-diving into how psychological insights mirror the fundamental teachings of Stoicism, and how both can empower you to live a better life right now. Welcome to this exploration of the fascinating overlap between psychology and Stoicism, connection that bridges ancient wisdom with modern science. In this video, we'll delve into why these two disciplines, despite being centuries apart, resonate so closely. We'll examine concepts like detachment from thoughts, emotional regulation, and cognitive reframing thoughts for better emotional control. These ideas resonate with the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, reflecting their enduring practices and insights. You'll walk away with practical tools that not only encourage you to think differently, but also inspire you to live differently. We find ourselves in a world filled with mental clutter, constant notifications, endless comparisons, political turmoil, and economic anxiety. As a result, anxiety and depression are on the rise. In response, psychology has developed effective methods like cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness-based stress reduction, and acceptance and commitment therapy. Yet, even with these advancements, many still feel lost, overwhelmed, and uncertain about how to find peace amid the chaos. Why is that? Because tools alone can't guide us without a philosophical foundation. And while psychology offers valuable insights, it often lacks a moral compass guiding star. Enter Stoicism. The Stoics didn't just ponder how does the mind work. They delved into how should we live with that knowledge. That's what elevates their ideas beyond mere techniques. They're rooted in principles. Let's explore 5 key insights from psychology and see how they resonate with Stoic philosophy. 1. You are not your thoughts. In cognitive behavioral therapy, you learn to question those automatic thoughts that pop up. You spot distortions like catastrophizing or black and white thinking and swap them out for more balanced beliefs. Epictetus famously said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them." Sound familiar? Both approaches emphasize that it's not the event itself, but how you interpret it. 2. Emotional agility helps us navigate life's ups and downs, acceptance, and commitment. Therapy encourages you to hold your emotions lightly, experiencing them without letting them take control. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Modern therapy calls this emotional agility, while the Stoics referred to it as reason in harmony with nature. 3. The observer perspective. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts and sensations with an open heart. Stoicism encourages you to step back and ask, "Is this within my control?" That simple question transforms you from a reactor into an observer. Psychology employs techniques like breathing, grounding, and awareness, while Stoics utilized journaling, premeditatio malorum, and negative visualization. 4. Values-based living. Modern psychology is increasingly honing in on values. The Stoics held that virtue living in accordance with reason and nature was the only genuine good. For them, happiness wasn't about pleasure. It was about integrity. Peace wasn't numbness. It was alignment. 5. The role of narrative. In trauma therapy, people often reframe their stories not to erase the past, but to uncover meaning within it. Seneca once said, "A good character, when tested by adversity, becomes stronger." Both Stoicism and modern psychology highlight the importance of narrative not as mere fiction, but as the perspective we choose to adopt in our lives. So, here, as a thought, if Stoic principles have already anticipated so much of what we see in modern psychology, what does that imply for us? It suggests that healing isn't a novel concept. Finding peace isn't about the latest apps, therapy, trends, or any fancy diagnoses that are trending or popular right now. It's something we always known deep down. We are not defined by our suffering. We have the power to choose our reactions, and how we live moment by moment holds more weight than the events that befall us. As Epictetus wisely put it, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. True progress begins not with controlling the world around us, but with mastering ourselves. Psychology provides us with tools, while Stoicism offers us a guiding philosophy. Where psychology sheds light on our minds, Stoicism gives us a sense of purpose. Together, they create a formidable partnership for anyone eager to live more consciously, courageously, and freely. We have come to realize that concepts such as cognitive reframing, mindfulness, emotional detachment, and values-driven action are not merely modern innovations. They are timeless truths. The Stoics didn't need the latest neuroscience to grasp the essence of the human soul. They looked within themselves and uncovered the same insights that we are currently finding again what they once knew. This isn't merely about ancient wisdom or scholarly discussions. It's about your life, your mind, and your peace. So, what steps can you take right now, looking to bring a little more calm into your life? Here are some tips to get you started. Begin a daily journaling practice. Just like Marcus Aurelius, take a moment each evening to reflect. What did I do well today? What could I improve on? Embrace the Stoic pause. When something throws you off balance, ask yourself, is this something I can control? Dive into both Stoic philosophy and modern psychology. Let these two fields complement each other. And remember, don't wait for life to settle down before you start practicing peace. The Stoics didn't, and neither should we. If this video has given you a fresh perspective on Stoicism, consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who could use a little calm in their hectic life. Keep in mind, you are not defined by your thoughts, but how you choose to respond to them. That's where your true strength lies.